Give me a few minutes. I'm going to pull this up on my phone.
I forgot my other glasses. Gosh, that's all right. I look over there.
Looks good.
I could be like Hank Williams Jr.
Yes, you could do with your glasses on, your sunglasses.
How was y'all's drive in?
Oh, it was great.
Mine is, I live in Falls City, so it's, actually they're redoing our roads, so it's a bloody mess right there. But it was all jacked up, so I don't really mind it.
It's a pretty drive in
And
from
you?
San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
Other direction. Glad to hear. I'm so glad. All right. Well, hello and welcome back to another WCN Live here in the Wilson County News. My name is Kristen Weaver, Director of Operations, and today I am joined by
Gary Moy.
And Clarissa Flores.
So happy to have you here today. Look forward to our conversation. Let me thank our sponsor of WCN Live. We have Professionals in Dentistry, the top-rated dentist in China Grove, San Antonio, where you can smile brighter at Professionals in Dentistry. So thank you so much for your sponsorship of WCN Live. You can learn more about them they're tagged in the description of this video, as well as the conversation we're going to be having in a little bit with Gary and Clarissa here. So be sure to check that out. Before we get started, I'd like you guys to draw me a winner. So let me explain. Every time we're live, and good morning, Mary Lou. Happy to see you here today. While we're live, we ask that you post a comment, you say hi, thumbs up, anything, or you can ask a question, and we look forward to seeing some questions from y'all today. But that will get you your name into the drawing next week. So right now, the winner they're going to draw wins entry to Sestahova's A Night in Sestahova with Jake Hooker and the Outsiders. And we had them on WCN Live last week. So we're looking forward to drawing a winner from last week's conversation. If you do me the honors, please.
Here we go, Clarissa.
Okay. Let's see who wins.
Is Corey Larson.
Oh, congratulations to Corey Larson. Corey Larson wins entry to A Night in Sestahova. So I'll be reaching out to you, Corey, through Facebook Messenger. We'll let you know how to connect you with your prize here. So thank you so much, everyone who's watching. Now, today's WCN Live, we ask that you post a comment because you could win a cool merch bag from Kickin for Kure. It'll include t-shirt, koozie, and a nice cutting board. So, wow, this is a prize that we want to be entered to win. So be sure to share this video, and remember, while we're live, post a comment, and we look forward to seeing who wins that next week. All right, guys, so let's get started with our conversation. And I'm going to do something real quick, and I want to post this on my Facebook page myself real quick. There you go. It's as easy as that. Just share this video. Let's really spread the word and get visibility out for this event that's happening this weekend. You want to learn all about it. So good morning, Sharon. Thanks for joining us. All right, so let's have our introductions now. You said who you are, but give us a little more about each of you, please. Who you are, where you're from.
Okay. So Clarissa Flores. I live in San Antonio, and I have the privilege of serving as the Regional Executive Director for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's South Central Texas region.
Wonderful. Thanks for being here. It really is going to be very informative in our conversation, I just know.
Thanks for having me.
And how about you, Gary?
And I'm Gary Moy. I'm born and raised here in Falls City, Texas, and have been a member of the community and supported the community for since I've been here. I'm a 1976 graduate of Falls City, and my wife, who this foundation is benefiting for the Leukemia Society, Darlene Moy, she was a member of Falls City High School, and actually we were classmates.
That's sweet. Oh yes, this event has a rich story in our community, and many of you know it. Today we're going to focus on, tell us a little more then about what the DM Foundation is and why it puts on this Kickin for a Kure event, how it got started.
Well, this year is the 13th annual Kickin for a Kure, and the DM Foundation what started basically my wife encountered leukemia, or contracted leukemia, back in early 2000, and we after her passing, we decided to start something a little different, which was an outdoor concert in Kosciuszko. And we called it Kickin for a Cure, K-Town Kickin for a Cure. It eventually outgrew the area, so we moved it to San Antonio. And presently it's at the Coliseum Expo Hall. And so we're real excited about it. We joined up with, she also had a bone marrow transplant, which is part of the protocol once you get leukemia, certain types of the leukemia. She had AML, and so the protocol is to basically radiation, chemo, and ultimately you will have a bone marrow transplant, more than likely. So with that, we partnered up with the Leukemia Society, and they have been very helpful in patient services. Is one of the most beneficial contributions for this organization. They really helped local patients, and they really helped us with travel, lodging, and food, primarily, which puts a strain on all the families. And the good thing about it, all this money stays in South Texas, and Clarissa will explain that in a little while.
Okay, great. Well, that leads right into you then, Clarissa. How did you come to your role in the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of South Central Texas?
Well, I have had the privilege of working at LLS for 23 years, but I first came to LLS when I learned of an internship opportunity while I was a senior in college. And so I didn't know anything about blood cancers like leukemia, lymphoma, or myeloma, but I thought I needed an internship and I want to learn more. So went to that, got that internship, and just really fell deeply for the mission, which is to support blood cancer research and support patients throughout their cancer journey. And so LLS is really doing a lot to fund the best and brightest researchers wherever they may be, so that we can find new therapies to help patients. And like Gary mentioned, very much, we are patient focused and patient centered. So the support that we provide to patients from a financial aspect, from educational materials, psychosocial services, nutrition assistance, we really try to support the patient holistically throughout their cancer journey. So I just really met so many incredible patients and volunteers like Gary and many others, and so it's really been a blessing to have this opportunity to support the mission and support our community.
Yeah, and so what I understand is you've also then, as part of being in this organization, you've been part of this event this whole time.
Yes.
So what's that been like?
Since the very, very beginning. Well, we are just so grateful to volunteers like Gary, who are willing to bring the community together to support the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. I mean, they had, a tragic experience with their blood cancer diagnosis and with Darlene, and but they are turning that into such a good for others. And so I'm just really grateful that they're doing this celebration. It's really a celebration of life year after year, and bringing the community together to celebrate. And they are helping to raise a lot of money for our organization. And one of the things with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is, in order to put to provide these services to patients, it's costly, right? We have dedicated staff who are there to counsel patients one-on-one, their financial resources, the educational resources. So, through the many years that Gary has been involved and his family has been supporting, I mean, they will have raised over $1 million to help support us. So that is incredible, and we're very grateful for that, and it's really making a difference in our community.
Awesome. Yeah. So I would assume that, do you have a pretty strong presence at the event then from your group?
Yeah, we invite our staff, and we invite board members to participate. We reach out to our supporters. The other great thing too, which I think is just so unique about this particular event, is the community that comes out from Falls City, from Kosciuszko, from that area, that are still involved many years later to support. So that's always also incredible to see.
Quite a testament of the community and your relationship in our community and all of the people. It
Yeah.
really is.
I want to add something there also. The staff and doctors over at the bone marrow transplant clinic, Dr. Bashir and a Dr. Shaughnessy, who performed Darlene's transplants, and their staff and nurses. I've still stayed in touch with all of them and are very good friends with them, and they support the event
Awesome.
every year also.
What a family that you've
Yes.
grown out of that experience as well.
Yes.
Something I thought this would be interesting to note, but I could just hear someone watching this, listening to you speak about that, ways that you might have just spoken to their hearts to want to do something like you do. You know, how does someone who's maybe, they're looking to see what their future is, and how would they, I guess, come on board with you? What opportunities are there to help serve through your organization, in a professional manner maybe?
Absolutely. In a professional manner, I have a team of 16 who live in both San Antonio and in Austin. So we have fundraising opportunities because that is really, the core of a large part of what we do and what I do professionally is to help raise money to support the mission. And more than 76 cents of every dollar goes back to support the mission. So there are a lot of fundraising opportunities. We also have opportunities to directly support patients. So, we have a patient and community outreach manager who is meeting with healthcare professionals across our region. So that's another professional opportunity. But reach out to me, we have an incredible website with not only great patient resources, but you can better understand our organization, and that is www.lls.org. So I would encourage them to reach out to me or to go to that website, and whether they may be interested in a professional opportunity, a volunteer opportunity. We have a lot of those as well through our many campaigns, or be a patient in need. There are many different ways that we want to support.
That's wonderful. Well, thanks for sharing that. Well, back to you, Gary. Let's talk about our event again. And I don't know, those early years you mentioned, how it formed, and now it's grown to the Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall in San Antonio. Do you want to talk about another way that actually your efforts have grown this year in terms of scholarships?
Yes, well, after, like I said, I've always been a real big supporter of Falls City and the Falls City High School and the kids in Falls City.
Yeah.
So I fund a scholarship locally for the graduating seniors, and as this event has grown, we were needing more and more help. For one of the qualifications for admission for the scholarship is you have to work at the event.
Okay.
So that has turned out into a really, really a good program for us. And this year, with the help of Farrah Moy, she is my right-hand lady, and so we decided that we get a lot of support from Karnes, Wilson, Atascosa, and Bexar counties, that we decided to expand our scholarship program to the local communities. So this year we were able to we gave out 7 $1,000 scholarships to the local. There's a young lady from Falls, and for qualifying you have to submit an essay, and it was, some of the essays were very heartwarming in what they said, but I wanted to congratulate Ansley Gates from Falls City, Larson Duke and Nathaniel Kopecki from Poth, Katie Dallas from from Livonia, Chloe Niswitz from Pleasanton, Jake Sova from Floresville, and Haley Schrolik from Jordanton. So all these young individuals applied for it, and the local Falls City recipients were Hunter Moravietz, Ansley Gates, Michaela Janicek, and Kashaya Johnson. So I want to congratulate all these, and they did an amazing job. And we look to see them on Friday and Saturday helping set up for this event. So that is really what Farah has taken charge of,
So nice.
and we appreciate all the support from the surrounding communities and continued support.
Great. And so right now is the time for students to be looking and doing the work for next year's scholarships, right?
Correct.
What do they need to do?
Well, they go on the website, on Facebook,
Mhm.
kickinforacure.com, and it'll explain it's mainly for graduating seniors for 26.
Okay.
All the recipients are going to be working, so this year recipients are there, but we will allow anyone who wants to come in and help if they want to, which helps also if they volunteer.
Mhm.
So we really appreciate that, and it takes a lot of work, and they have done a remarkable job.
Amazing. Well, that's great. And I would say, yes, go to the website, kickinforcure.com. It is very informative. You can find out about the scholarship program. You can get in touch with all of the entities you need to, scholarships, your society, the event, get tickets, all of that. So that was kickinforacure.com. And I did post it in the comments. Cool. Let's see. Well, circling back to, tell us all that we need to know about Saturday, okay? Let's spell out the event.
I wish I'd asked you this earlier,
yeah.
but can you put a picture on
In the
from the
comments?
phone? I don't know if you can or can't.
I can do it later, probably
Later?
with better luck.
Yeah. So what we have this year, and I will do that. We have our entertainers are Scotty McCreery, and he was American Idol winner a few years ago, and he has these great songs like "Damn Straight" and "5 More Minutes." I know everybody's heard them on the radio. Some of my favorites, and everybody knows of Leanne Rhymes. So the event is this Saturday. It begins at 5 o'clock over at the Expo Hall, and we have my son has started he started a washer tournament years ago, so that usually gets the party kicked off around 2 o'clock for washer throwers.
Okay.
And so that's about it. We have great prizes, and that's what that's what I'll try to do, and let us post it with it. And it's possible if you want to participate in the raffle, you can buy tickets online.
Great. Cool.
So we still have, there's still room to purchase general admission tickets and VIP tickets if you want.
Yeah, so y'all have to pull out this week's copy of the Wilson County News, and we've got a nice write-up about this event. Sorry, the camera's there. Kickin for Cure on the front of section B here. And the tickets range from $40 on general admission. And you said that's what you still have available right now, and you can get them on the website. Just going directly there, you have a button to get tickets.
Correct.
Yeah, and you mentioned the headliner being Scotty McCreery. Everyone's looking forward to that, and people know Leanne Rhymes. What about Erica Daniels?
Erica Daniels is I'm sorry I've overlooked Erica. We met Erica last year at the San Antonio Rodeo. She was performing in the courtyard, and became friends with Erica, and she played last year, and everybody just loved her and had great music, so we invited her back, and she's going to play for us also. We also have a real good supporter, Randy Carroll, who's been with KJ97 for forever. He sings the national anthem. If you had never heard a national anthem played by him, it's very pretty.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Okay, so that really spells out everything we need to know for the event, where to get tickets, and again, if you get this week's Wilson County News, it's a real nice write-up to read about the background on those musicians and stuff like that. So, and we will be sharing more in the comments later when I find out what Gary has that he wants me to share there. We're gonna be sure we just provide all that here while you guys are watching this video and sharing it, as I know you are. Okay, let's circle back then to both of you. Now that we've said all of that, what would you like to leave our audience with today about what's going on, about your mission, raising funds, and all of it?
Well, I want to say all of our every dime that we make on this event is turned over to the Leukemia Society, our scholarships, and thank God my staff, my office staff, Cheryl Fitzsimon has and myself and Farrah have done a remarkable job getting this thing put together every year, and we don't take out any fees. 100% goes back to the organization. So we would appreciate if anybody has time Saturday. There's still tables available. There's still general admission tickets. Go online, and if you want to see the event and didn't have tickets, I will have extra tickets at will call, so you can drive up the day of and still participate in the event.
Nice. Okay. And also, you know, we talked about how people can get involved with your organization, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of South Central Texas, where you can go there. But what about, well, I guess you kind of said that, but how can people help you and volunteer? Get in touch.
They could contact Farrah Moy for volunteering. That's probably the best avenue to go to, and her contact information is on the website. Or you can call my office in Karnes City, and it's if you Google it or whatever, you can. It's right there in Karnes City, so you can call the office and you can buy tickets there online. Just call 830-780-2360, and you can still get tickets there.
Okay, great. I will post that here in a minute so as not to distract from what we're doing.
And can I just say I would love to just take a moment to recognize Gary and his entire team, and truly they've just done an amazing job for so many years, and it's so meaningful to our mission, to our patients that we serve. So we're just grateful for his support and all that he does, and there's a real need to support blood cancer patients. Every 3 minutes a patient is diagnosed with blood cancer. Every 9 minutes someone passes away from a blood cancer. So these are diseases that affect over 1 million people in the United States, and LLS exists to help find cures and to help support patients throughout their cancer journey. So anybody and everybody who is providing support, thank you, because it really means so much to help us and able to continue to find a cure.
Right. Yeah, we are thankful for both of your efforts and what you do for others. It's just amazing when people do the things they do, and I'm sure you're working on this all the time. It just is round the clock, never stops, right? Planning for next year is probably in between all what you're doing now, so that's how it must be for you to have this success that you have.
Booking the entertainment is the most difficult thing nowadays. 15 years ago, it was not. We booked our entertainment a couple of months ahead of time. Now we're trying to book for 26, so there are a lot of these events, and that's the most difficult thing. And another thing, I just want to thank all the supporters throughout these years. There are so many repeat supporters that have been coming every year and spending quite a bit of money. So I just want to say thank you again.
Very nice. Congratulations on your efforts and all you do. We are thankful that you were able to join us today. So happy to share this with our audience, and I hope you share this video far and wide. I know it's going to get viewed a bunch after we're done here, and thank you all for joining us live. Appreciate hearing from you. We said it's good to hear from you, Debbie Smith and D. Webb Tandy, as well as Derek Godlitz and Candace Gonzalez. So yeah, thanks for joining us live today, and I want to mention something, if I can just take a minute here before I kind of conclude. We're having a special business event coming up on Tuesday, July 22nd. It's a business networking that we are hosting the Wilson County News with the Floresville Chamber of Commerce. So I just wanted to give a shout out for that. Y'all can learn more in this week's paper and the events online. So I just wanted to mention those words. Thank you again. I want to thank our sponsor, Professionals in Dentistry, the top-rated dentist in China Grove, San Antonio, where you can smile brighter at Professionals in Dentistry. Thanks again for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next Wednesday when we'll be here again at 10 a.m. Thanks.
Thank you.
you.